Your mind is a beautiful home, but sometimes the doors lock from the inside, and you are the only one left in the dark. You think you are solving problems, but you are only building walls. You are not lost, you are just overthinking the way out. Meet a very quiet soul. The character lives in a small, simple house. It is a place of soft colors and soft sounds. Outside, the world is very loud and very fast. The character likes the soft light of the early morning. The character likes the sound of the rain on the roof. But the character stays inside most days. The windows are always closed very tight. The character wears a thick, dark red sweater. The knitted wool feels like a warm, heavy hug. It feels like a shield against the noise outside. The character feels safe when they are alone, but the safety is starting to feel like a cage. The character has a very busy mind. Every single thought is like a heavy stone. When the character speaks, they worry. They wonder if they said the right thing. They wonder if the other person is judging them. Every social interaction feels like a difficult test. It is a test the character feels they always fail. The character is a highly sensitive person. They feel the emotions of others like a storm. The bright lights of the city hurt their eyes. The loud by noon. The character is completely exhausted. They call this social exhaustion. It feels like a battery that will not hold a charge. The character starts to say no to everything. No to a cup of coffee with a kind friend. No to a simple walk in the local park. The character chooses to stay in the quiet instead. But the quiet is not peaceful anymore. The quiet is now filled with loud questions. Why am I so different from everyone else? Why can't I just be normal and happy? The character thinks and thinks until the sun goes down. The bed feels like the only safe place left. But even there, the mind does not stop running. Why can't I just be normal and happy? The character thinks and thinks until the sun goes down. The bed feels like the only safe place left, but even there, the mind does not stop running. It runs in circles like a trapped animal. The character feels very tired of their own brain. One afternoon, the character found an old clock. It was tucked away in a corner of the attic. The clock was very old and very still. It was not ticking at all. The character decided to try and fix it. They opened the back of the clock with care. Inside there were hundreds of tiny golden gears. The character touched one very small gear. It was stuck because of a tiny bit of dust. The character realized something very important. The clock was not broken or useless. It was just overwhelmed by the small things. Just like the character's own busy mind, the character realized that thinking is not doing. Looking at the gears does not make time move. The character sat on the dusty floor for a long time. They looked at their own white-gloved hands in their lap. They realized they were waiting for the fear to leave. They were waiting for the anxiety to go away first. But the fear was not a guest that would leave. The fear was just a shadow in the room, and you cannot fight a shadow with your hands. The character decided to do one small thing, just one tiny thing every single day. They did not try to change their whole life. On Monday, they opened the large window. They only kept it open for 5 minutes. The fresh air felt very cold on their face. It felt real and sharp and honest. On Tuesday, they walked to the metal mailbox. They saw a neighbor and gave a small wave. The character's heart beat very fast in their chest. But they did not turn around and run back inside. On Wednesday, they sat on the wooden porch. They listened to the birds singing in the trees. They did not try to name the feeling they felt. They just sat quietly with the feeling. The character started a very small garden. One ceramic pot, one brown seed, one bit of dirt. They watered the seed every single morning. They did not hurry the plant to grow. They didn't think about if the flower would be pretty. They just focused on the water hitting the soil. This is how you quiet a very busy mind. You give your hands something simple to do. The character started to feel a little bit different. Not louder, not bolder, just much lighter. The thick red sweater felt less like heavy armor, and it felt more like a comfortable choice. The character learned that introversion is a gift. They could see the tiny details others missed. They could feel the beauty in the deep silence. They stopped trying to be a loud, busy person. They started being a deep, quiet person. They realized that being sensitive is a strength. It means you have a heart that can feel the world. Step by step, the walls began to come down. Breath by breath, the air became easier to breathe. The world became a little less scary every day. Maybe you feel like this character today. Maybe your mind feels like a very crowded room. You spend all your energy preparing for the worst. You replay every old conversation in your head at night. You feel like you are too much for the world to handle, and yet you feel like you are never enough. We want you to know that you are not alone. Your sensitivity is not a flaw in your design. It is your hidden superpower. You feel things deeply because you are truly alive, but you do not have to carry the whole world. You do not have to solve the entire future today. The future is just a long series of small nows. We spend so much time overthinking the whole path that we forget to take the very first step. Stop waiting for the anxiety to completely disappear. Take it with you on a very short walk instead. The shadow is small when you stand in the light. You are allowed to be quiet. You are allowed to need time to recharge. You are allowed to be exactly who you are. Peace is not the total absence of noise. Yena relo all to be quiet. You are allowed to need time to recharge. You are allowed to be exactly who you are. Peace is not the total absence of noise. Peace is the quiet you find within the noise. Your mind is a beautiful place to visit. Just make sure you do not get trapped there today. The world needs your quiet heart more than you know. Go gently. The stars only shine when the world goes quiet.